G'day world, Craig Jenkins, Bendigo Hydroblasting. Welcome to part 2 of my series where I'm stripping down my Honda CBR250RR, blasting it and hopefully putting it back together again. If you haven't seen part 1, I'll put a link to that video at the end of this one. As I mentioned in part 1, this is not a rebuild, it's more of a cosmetic enhancement on a budget. In part 1 I said I might have a crack at giving the engine a clean in the blasting cabinet as a complete unit. Well, that's what we're going to do in this video, and please don't ask me to do this for you because I ain't gonna. So we've got to seal it up first so we don't get any nasties going into places we don't want it. Hey, and this video is sure to bring out the haters who are certain that you can't seal them up and that I'll blow up my engine. My advice to you guys is to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the video where I start it up and it goes bang. Then feel free to bombard me with the I told you so's. And yes, there is a chance it may go bang. So first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to stuff some rags down in those inlet ports. I'll only put one rag in each one so that only one rag comes out and I don't forget any. And over here I've got some plastic tube, a lump of 32mm aluminium bar stock and some hose clamps. We'll just trim a bit of that stuff off and make up some plugs, and yeah, we'll plug those bits up first.
Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shoot tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. I'm never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change.
Well, that's got all the inlet ports plugged up nice, nothing's getting in there. We'll have a go at the exhaust ports next. Okay folks, this is what I'm doing to protect the inside of these ports from water and glass. I've made up some plastic plugs and they go in here. I've poked rags down in there. I've put some Hydroblaster's gasket on the end of these plugs, so that will sit down in there like so and push down tight. I've made up these plates too, so as you can see they go on there, and hopefully with all that Hydroblaster's gasket and those plugs and these plates, no water will get in there, and those rags when I pull them out should be dry. Now that we've got all those exhaust ports sealed up nice and tight, we might look at removing some of these brackets and then move on to sealing up the cooling system and around these shafts and things where water and glass are likely to get inside. That's where gaffer tape and electrical tape will become my friend. Okay, what we've done here is we've plugged up this water pump with gaffer tape. That stuff sticks like shit to a blanket. It's there. We've wrapped some around this electrical wire here to stop it feeding inside that rubber boot, and around the gear shaft I've put an O-ring in there, and then I've wrapped tape around it. That's just to keep the media off that external seal. It's designed to keep water out under atmospheric pressure, not the pressure that I blasted at. And I've done the same under here, between the sprocket and the casing. I've wrapped a heap of electrical tape around in there, and that's just to stop any direct impact on that seal. And yep, some more gaffer tape through here. We'll turn her over and seal up some more. I'm sorry about all that noise on the roof, folks. That's rain. It's absolutely pissing down here. There we go, folks. I reckon that's about as good as done. I've wrapped some tape around that shaft there, plugged up the remaining holes, bung some rags and some tape down the plug holes. I think it's about time we chucked this in the TARDIS and gave it a wash. Now this isn't going to come out perfect, because it never does when you do them in one piece, but the idea is to get what you can see looking half decent. So we'll bung it in now and have a go.
You know I've seen a lot of the work can do, and it's breaking my heart in two, but I never want to see you aside. Don't be a bad girl, but if you wanna leave it, take good care. Hope you make a lot nice friends out there, but just remember there's a lot of button beware. Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wide world. It's time to get by, just don't smile.
Well, that's the underside of that engine done. We'll just spin it round and give you a bit of a look. There's still a little bit of dirt here and there, but no one's going to see it under there. So yeah, that's looking quite sexy at the moment. We might spin it over and have a go at the top of it. Well, that's about as clean as the engine's going to get. I'll let that dry off overnight, and then we'll give it a work over with compressed air and get rid of any residual glass that's on it, and then we'll start pulling some plugs and tape off, and hopefully we didn't get any water inside. Well, it's the next day and I've pulled two of those covers off, pulled the plugs out and taken the rags out of both of those. Both of them as dry. There's not one skerrick of glass or water's got into those exhaust ports, so that's a good start. Hopefully the next two will be the same. Well, part one of the sealing up seems to have been a success. Every one of those ports is dry and clean. What I'll do is I'll clean these plates back up, and I'll just loosely screw those back over the ports to keep any dust and dirt and shit out of there while it's sitting around. Next we'll get onto these inlet plugs I made, and yeah, see if we have the same success there. And sorry about the noise on the roof again, folks. It's still piss and rain here.
Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wide world. I always remember you like a child.
Well, I've taken all the covers off the inlet ports there. They're all clean and dry inside, so what we'll do is we'll just pop those covers back on again and see what other shit we can take off. Now, I always get a bit windy when we have wires going through rubber grommets into the inside of the engine, so I thought I'd pull that cover off and have a bit of a look. Happy to say absolutely nothing's got inside there. Well, I think we'll wrap this one up here. Sorry it's taken a bit longer to put the video up, but I've been doing this in between paying jobs. Here's a look at some of the stuff coming through the workshop. I'm thinking we might strip and clean those carbies in part 3, but all results are subject to change without notice. It may be a little while before I start putting this thing back together, as I've got to source manifold rubbers, and at this stage they'll probably be coming out of China. Anyhow, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss anything. Until next time, folks, I'm Craig Jenkins and you're not.